In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. Welcome to the Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid, and all that glittering gold. Only shooting. Welcome to the show. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Grind. We are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. I'm your host, Luke Hatmaker. It's Tuesday. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, and I'm here to talk all kinds of stuff with Rusty. How are you, brother? You good?
I'm good, man. It is a beautiful day here in East Memphis. Got some wintry weather coming this weekend, which I'm kind of excited about. I love the snow, all that sort of stuff, but I'm excited about it. But I'm good. I'm real sorry for this, Luke, but this one is especially for you. I went to the shoe store yesterday because I needed a new pair of shoes. And I tried some on, and they didn't fit real well. They were a little snug. And the salesperson said, why don't you try it with the tongue out? And I said, okay. And I said, no good. Still doesn't fit.
Still doesn't fit.
Still doesn't fit. Tongue out. Get it?
I'd be like, get out. Get out right now. Leave.
I'm so sorry.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit.
It just doesn't fit. I can't do that.
It's like Mike Tyson up there, you know?
Yeah. I put my back. Mike Tyson, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on the show.
Absolutely.
Man, speaking of Mike Tyson, well, shout out everybody. Well, he's not in the comments. Shout out everybody in the comments, first of all. Thank you guys for watching. Rusty is not in cell block 7. He's moving. Same thing.
I'm slowly, like, there's little pieces that are going to start missing every day until, like, it's just me and a blank wall. And then I really will look like I'm the Unabomber giving a manifesto, but it is what it is.
It's really good.
I'll be still called up until I leave.
There you go. Speaking of the Unabomber, no, I should have stuck with the Tyson reference. Anyway, we didn't have quite the knockout last night. We're going to start with football. So if Wayno, if you want to skip ahead like 10 minutes, go ahead. We were all kind of expecting that Indiana was going to put a whooping on Miami, which they didn't. I think we were all yesterday like, yeah, man, we might turn around this thing's like 34-10, and then it's over. But this thing was like competitive the entire game. Indiana won 27-21. in a game that was really good. You saw Mendoza like show why he won the Heisman, why he should be drafted number 1 in terms of like what he did with his body, what he was doing with the ball. You had Fletcher Jr. just like run, like rip one off. I mean, it was just
the dude runs angry.
Yeah, dude, and fights angry too. Apparently, after the game, just like a much better game than I was anticipating. What were your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, agreed. Listen, I took on the 2 Buck Sports show yesterday. My best bet was that Indiana would hold Miami under their total rushing yards, that Indiana would go over their yards, they would score on the first drive, and they would cover. And I didn't get any of them right. This Miami defense was up to the task, man. They were for real. They were absolutely just physical at the point of attack. Reuben Bain proved to me why he's going to be the number 1 overall pick. Mendoza doesn't strike me as like a super NFL quarterback, though. That run, that touchdown run late was like, well, they were going to kick a field goal, call timeout, put it out there, ran the quarterback keeper. It was like Elway-esque in that Super Bowl. Remember when Elway got beat up and hit and spun in the helicopter? Like, that's what it looked like, putting his hand down and keeping his balance. Like, he looked athletic there. But credit where credit's due, man. Miami showed up. They ran the ball extremely well. Mark Fletcher is an extremely angry downhill runner. I hope that he lands somewhere in the NFL and makes a career out of it, because that dude is fun to watch. And it was good on good last night. Those were 2 really good football teams. Hats off to Miami for making it competitive. But Indiana, 16-0 on the 50th anniversary. This is a 50-year anniversary of Bobby Knight's 32-0 national championship Hoosiers team. And their first ever national championship in 140 years or whatever of football. Like, they've been a laughing stock. Coming into the last 2 seasons, they had one of the worst winning percentages in all of Division I. They just didn't care about football in a state that's basketball crazy. They now have a national championship. And this makes other coaches. I saw a funny meme earlier, and it was like Phil Knight yelling at Dan Lanning and said, he did it with a bunch of G5 transfers. And like, it just puts the onus on these coaches that the window to win a national championship is shorter if Kurt Cignetti can do this at Indiana. I'm talking to Mississippi State as well. Mark Keenan was president, Mississippi State's president. He's on the CFP committee. It puts the onus on these coaches and these universities that if he can do this in Indiana, why does it take 3 or 4 years now for a coach to turn it around like Jeff Levy in Starkville?
I think that is an excellent point. This has put a spotlight on coaches more than anything, because it's like, look what this guy did. I mean, is it safe to say they were a laughing stock? Feels rude.
Absolutely.
But the Indiana football program was anything but that. It was not a football program. And he's turned it into, undefeated is amazing. It truly is amazing. And and granted, he had no reason to be cracking a smile last night, but I don't think he cracked a smile even until the trophy was in his hands. I think that's when it was. And
he's an ultimate bro. They asked him about having a beer after the game last night in the post-game presser, and he said it was a Hoosier brew, like it was from a brewery there in Bloomington. Said it was the best beer he ever had. And like, I'm known, I love to talk. I ask people, like, what's your favorite beer, right? Like, for me, it's a post-yard work, post-farm work, woodworking beer. Those are like top-tier beers.
Yeah.
But I think a post-national championship beer eclipses all of them.
It's got to be so good.
Yeah.
I do. Now, Uncle Buck brings
This is a good point.
Yeah.
Because they were bankrolled by Mark Cuban. Indiana alum Mark Cuban bankrolled this team, gave them, I forget how much money he actually gave them. Also, I read this morning that they have the most living alumni out of any university. With over 805,000 graduates of Indiana still roaming around in the continental U.S. and probably globally, I guess.
Right in the heartland. The nature of, this probably just says more about the nature of college sports in general than anything else. How it's a lot easier. Bankroll makes it sound so gross, but you can buying players sounds grosser. You can pay for a team good and proper now in college, like properly buy and pay a team.
Texas Tech did it with oil money. Utah's doing it with some software companies are starting to bankroll them. You got Cuban back in Indiana. This is the nature of college football now. As Edward's saying here, it is the state of college football now. It's going to be hard. I mean, dynasties can still happen. I just think that the days of the dominant Alabamas and Georgias where they run, like especially like that run that Alabama went on under Nick Saban, it's going to be harder and harder to do, where schools can look and say, oh, look what Indiana did. They bankrolled, whatever. I want to go win a national championship. Let's inject a whole bunch of cash into insert whatever school here and push them towards the title runs. What Texas Tech's doing is what Utah's about to do. With rev share coming, that's also going to be another way to do that you can hopefully generate some more money for these kids. I think it's going to be interesting to see what the college football landscape looks like. I mean, Cignetti might be on the cusp of another Nick Saban type run. We don't know. I just think those type runs are going to be a little bit harder under this new format.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I mean, it's a hell of a way to cap off the season, to be perfectly honest. I mean, we'll see both in terms of like the changing tides of college football in general. I guess it's just a very good like capper on everything, I would say. Staying in the football realm, I wouldn't say this is a perfect capper, because it's probably not over yet, but the NFL coaching carousel is still going round and round and round. We're having updates. I mean, was it yesterday Sean McDermott got fired as soon as we got off the show?
That was the 10th opening. 1/3 of the coaches. That was the 10th NFL head coaching opening.
And that's a guy that just was in the playoffs. Mike Tomlin was, granted, Mike Tomlin stepped away, but he was in the playoffs. And you've got guys getting hired left and right. Like, people aren't like, Sean McDermott got fired. I think it was announced yesterday afternoon. Kevin Stefanski, or this might have been the day before. Kevin Stefanski is going to be taking the Falcons job. But more importantly, what I want to talk to you about, Robert Saleh, big shot Bob Saleh, 9-kid Bob Saleh, looks to be finalizing a deal to be the Tennessee Titans' new head coach. Very Vrabel-esque, I would say.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, though? I mean,
so
you're
first,
a Blue Titans fan, so what are your thoughts?
So first, I was all in, and I wanted experience. Obviously, when Harbaugh became available, I was like, you break your arm trying to snatch that phone up and call him first. I was a fan of Mike McCarthy. There's proof of concept, playoff wins, a Super Bowl championship. Yes, it was a while back, but I was a fan of some of that. The more this Saleh thing kind of sits with me, the more I like it. He's hard-nosed. He's a defensive-minded coach. That's what Vrabes was, and that worked out like bandits for a while until the front office, and that's going to be the whole downfall of the Titans, is this terrible front office and upper brass.
Yep.
I like this guy. He has had high praise for Cam Ward. He was a big fan of his before we played the 49ers late in the season. He hates Liam Cohen, went at him and told him, I will F up your whole world. Like, give me that guy on this team where we have to play the Jaguars twice a year. Like, give me that dude.
I didn't know they hated each other that bad.
Yeah, they went at it after that Titans or that Niners Jags game this year. And like, you give me that guy on the sidelines, like that kind of intensity for a division rival. I don't know, man. Like, I'm talking myself into it. I like the direction, especially now we've got to land a good OC. Like, there's got to be an OC. And there's been a couple rumors, obviously, like Mike McDaniel is the white whale out there that's like, hey, if you can get him, and they're buddies, they've coached together, they like each other, like that could be a win if he strikes out on some of these head coaching opportunities, even if it's just for like a year or two, and then gets a job.
Yeah.
LaFleur from the Rams is also a potential candidate. There's been some links there. I like either one of them, and that's what we need. Like, he's going to coach the defense. He can coach the fire out of some defense.
Yes, he can.
He got a bad rep. Credit where credit's due. Uncle Buck talked about, and I talked about this yesterday on the show. He had a bad deck with the Jets. Like, that is an abysmal franchise. One of the few that might be worse than the Tennessee Titans, and that's saying something. His quarterback was Zach Wilson, who's a bum. I'm interested to see what he can do with Cam Ward at quarterback. He can coach up the defense. We've got some pieces on the defense that can work. You're just going to have to get a lot of help on the offense. Yeah, I mean, Jeff Simmons, Hail State, like, there is some pieces there. Get a good OC. This could be a really good hire for the Titans.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's the more that it's kind of sat with me, I think that, like, One, there really isn't any. You have to be careful if you hire an offensive guru as your head coach. You just have to. Those don't always pan out. Like look at Mike McDaniels. Like those guys typically are like really smart. It's like a diamond in the rough that you're able to find one that's actually a good leader of men. Sean McVay, Ben Johnson are like different examples, but like Ben Johnson waited for his pick of the job, and for me is like Robert Saleh. We know he's a leader of men. We know he's good on defense. Like if he can get the right OC hire to come in there and like really just change the trajectory of Cam Ward.
It was so bad under Brian Callahan that like no offensive coaches, please. And like to your point, Luke, like Belichick and Nick Saban and Vrabes and these defensive minded coaches, they're just tougher. They're more hard nosed. They just seem to be able to be a leader of men. And that's what this franchise, that's what the Titans truly need, is the leader of men, a guy who can step in and not be the soft, ineffective Brian Callahan that we just had. Like he can be that guy. Go watch Hard Knocks. Go watch what he can do. That's what I was just talking about. Like McDaniel and Big Shot Bob have a good relationship, could work out really well. But like being that hard-nosed defensive coach can allow you to control the locker room, which he did in some of those Hard Knocks episodes. Again, like there's a world where this could be a home run hire, especially with the Athletic. There was an article that came out yesterday on the Athletic where they just boo-booed all over the Titans, how it's not, nobody wants to go there. Nobody wants to go to Tennessee because of how bad the front office and ownership and all that stuff is. For us to be able to go and like this, we were his number one choice. This is where he wanted to go and had been from the start. Like you take a guy like that, you take a guy that wants to be your coach, who can instill an identity, like Uncle Buck is saying here, who has proof of concept on the defensive side of the ball. You go get a good OC, and in a division like the AFC South that is truly awful, this thing could turn around.
Well, shoot, yeah, and like a football team and 9 kids, I would argue are very similar to the same kind of thing, to be perfectly honest. Like,
absolutely,
to wrangle that amount of people.
Yeah, he just wanted to get his kids in Davidson County schools, is what it was.
And the more I said about this, I mean, so far out of all the hires, I think I like this the most, and I'm not just saying that because I can see the stadium if I go up the hill in my front yard. Like I just think like I liked Harbaugh, but that's also what he was demanding seemed like a lot.
We had no shot at a Harbaugh, right? Yeah. Like it was cool. Like, yeah, come coach Cam Ward, it's great. But then you stop and think about it, like that dude ain't coming to Nashville. He's going to New York. Like that's where he was going from the jump.
100%. And some of these other guys, it's like I like Stefanski, but I
know that's Drew's guy, and I think he'll do fine in Atlanta. But I just, as soft as we have been on both sides of the line, as soft as we have been as a football team for the last few years. You give me a guy who has a tough identity and can make teams tough. I saw that notification. I did some research. I was reading online this morning. The more I read and think about it, the more I kind of like it.
Yeah, you said it for a franchise that has been known for its softness since Vrabes left. You need somebody tough, and that's what this guy is. And I'm excited. I've got one of my closest friends is a Titans fan. I hadn't talked to him about it yet. I'm excited to get in that with him. Speaking of toughness or things that were tough to watch, we're going to do the Daily Grind, Daily Rewind, because there were some games yesterday. I do want to start with the one that happened last night because Jimmy Butler tore his ACL. You played me the audio. The audio is, they still had him mic'd up. It's really funny.
That's pretty funny.
My knee hurt, my knee.
Oh, my knee. Oh, my knee.
It's really funny.
They caught it on a hot mic on the broadcast. For those of you uninformed, they went to commercial break when it happened. Him and Buddy Hield were going back and forth, and Buddy basically told him to get his BA up. And Jimmy Butler told him, STFU, oh my knee, on a hot mic. It was hilarious.
It's really funny. The Warriors still won. They still won. And Wayno's back. They still won. But I for a team that was already, I mean, Kuminga demanded trade. Jimmy Butler's out. Like, I don't know.
This goes to the deadline. They don't have a ton of pieces they can move other than Kuminga. And do they have the leverage there? I don't know. This is going to be a very interesting trade deadline for the Golden State Warriors. This could be like, is this finally like where they ship out Draymond, where they start trying to truly rebuild and start working on that post-Steph Draymond era?
Man, I mean, I think they should. To be perfectly, I mean, it's like if Jimmy Butler tears his ACL this far from the trade deadline or this close to the trade deadline, excuse me, and Kuminga's demanding a trade, seems like it's kind of writing on the wall.
Listen, Draymond, get ready to learn Sacramento, buddy.
Oh God, oh God. Pistons beat the Celtics in a match between two really solid East teams, two teams that might be pretty.
Cade Cunningham, just like it's just up. I mean, 16-14 last night, but it was just efficient.
Doesn't matter. Yep,
he's an absolute killer, man. Like,
yep, he's
again with everybody getting hurt like they are. Like my bold prediction before the season of him being like a dark horse MVP candidate is looking better and better and better. You got Jokic has been hurt. Luka, Luka's been killing it. SGA has not quite had the same juice this year as last year. Now he's not getting all the calls, but I freaking love Cade Cunningham, man.
Yeah,
I wish, golly, I wish he was on my team.
You seen his shoe? Have you seen his shoe?
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. It's not as good as the Jaws, but like it's just really slick.
Nothing's going to come close to the Jaws, but it's super slick.
Slick. Suns beat the Nets. Sixers beat the Pacers. Spurs beat the Jazz. Clippers beat the Wizards. Thunder beat the Cavs. Bucks beat the Hawks on the big MLK day. The other big game that I wanted to talk about was the Mavericks beat the Knicks, and not only beat the Knicks, but they blew the Knicks out at home. Knicks, I mean, and then there was a report that came out. I mean, we might talk about this later, but I saw a report yesterday about the Grizzlies being a team that inquired about Cat. We might talk about that later, but it does look like we might be looking at an active trade deadline for various reasons or another.
Something is weird in that Knicks locker room. Their post-game pressers were just there was a lot of negative energy from multiple places. Cat was saying, we missed the players that we had. They said something about the same team from last year, and Cat was like, we missed this is not the same team from last year. It's disrespectful. We missed the campaigns of last year. And it's like, what are you really trying to say here, bud? I was reading some Knicks Discord this morning because, obviously when I saw that we were linked to that, I started researching a lot of them. A lot of them are out on Jalen Brunson, saying that he's the common denominator here, that, like he may be the one that's causing this locker room like fracture. I don't know. This is just what I was reading on Knicks Twitter this morning. But that's going to be an interesting team to monitor, because if they do start to blow it up, the Cat idea, that's fine. But I would absolutely call about Mikal Bridges, because he could solve a lot of wing issues for us.
Yeah, he would.
Just saying.
Wayno seems to think it's Mike Brown. We might have a Knicks conversation soon, but not right now, because now it's time for a news segment we've debuted the past couple weeks, which I really like. It's presented by FanDuel. It's the prop of the morning to you. Like I said, it's presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. This segment is where I peruse FanDuel, looking for a prop or a parlay, and then I present it to my guests, and they either talk me in or talk me out of it. Tell you what, this was going to be a lot easy because I had a 3-leg parlay I really liked featuring Aaron Gordon, and then I realized he was probable for tonight's game, and so I talked myself out of it, so I got a new one for you.
Fair.
All right. This one involves someone very dear to your heart, Vucci Mane. So I got Nikola Vucevic. This is a 3-leg parlay, and I was going to keep it simple, but I got a little weird. They're playing the Clippers tonight. Nikola Vucevic, over 16.5 points, over 4 assists, or 4 or more assists, and 8 or more rebounds. It's plus 382. So $10 would get you $38.25. Now, you look at Vucci Mane's last 5 games. He has gone for 17, 19, 35, 14, and 15.
Yeah.
Rebound wise, it's weird that rebounds is what I'm worried about, because he's only gone over 8 twice, but he's gone 12, 7, 7, 6, 11. Their assists, he'll get the assist. He's had 5, 5, 5, 5, 6. The reason I think he's going to go for over 8 is because the Clippers are second to last in rebounding. They're only above the Nets. And I just think that, what does Vucci Man do? Vucci Man do rebound. And so I don't know. Heck, if you want to do $10, like $10 would get you 38. If you want to put $10 on, if the Bulls can still lose this game and Vucci Man have a double-double. A double-double isn't that big of a deal in Vucci Man's world. And I don't know, 16.5 points isn't that big of a deal. I just think that this isn't like a 17-8 would get this. A 17-8-4 line would get this. And I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility, especially considering how poor the Clippers are rebounding this year. What are your thoughts?
I like it.
Okay.
Vucci Man also has just this month 15, 16, and 12 rebounds against Boston, Detroit, and Dallas.
Yeah,
averaging 9.2 rebounds on the season, 3.8 assists per game, and over 17 points per game. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was, but was it who was it that Zach Edey gave 36 and 22? Was that the Clippers?
Oh, I think it might have been.
I think it might have been the Clippers. That's what I was trying to look up over here. Was trying to see who it was he gave 36 and 22 or 32 and 17 to Sacramento. Who is that? Anyway, yes, I do like it. I'm not going to drag this thing out as I'm looking. Against the Clippers, he had 19 rebounds. 19 rebounds. I like this. Vucci Man is the guy that I've always kind of like kept an eye on because there is like, is he going to be your all-world center? No, but there's a good role-playing big here. The Clippers are terrible at rebounding. They've got Zubac, who's the guy that I've been super high on, always just a tough, hard-nosed center. But I kind of like this parlay. I think I'd take it because of Vucci Man's ability to get rebounds and the Clippers' lack thereof.
Vucci Man is a serious role player who plays his role, and if you want to make easy money, bet on your role players. It's not flashy, but I think it can win you some money.
Listen, Santi Aldama's won me a ton of money betting over like 6+ rebounds. That's a bet that I can count on. Like if I'm trying to make an NBA parlay, I can go with a Santi 6+ rebounds, and it usually is going to hit. Vucci Man is another guy like that. That if you can get a parlay like this, it's worth a few dollar hairs to see if you can win a little money on FanDuel.
Exactly.
Hey, Valentine's Day's coming up. You need to get some money to take your lady out. Go bet props of the morning to you.
Yep. Go bet on this prop of the morning to get ready to take your lady out. Man, Valentine's Day is coming up. I got to get ready. We're going to take a quick break, on that note, just so I'm going to go make a dinner reservation right now. That's not true.
I think I'm going to, yeah, I'll do that here in a little while.
Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. We're going to take a quick break, y'all. We will be right back to continue. We're going to have a conversation about the All-Stars because they were announced and there's some new blood in the mix. We're going to break that down right after this quick break.
In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Memphis Tiger fans, this one matters. Wednesday night, the Tigers take on Tulsa in a game that could shake up the entire top of the American Conference standings. First place is crowded, every win counts. So you should join us for the Bluff City Media Watch Party at Mugshots Grill and Bar in Collierville. Big screens, cold drinks, great food, and Tiger fans taking over the room. High stakes and conference tournament seating on the line, Memphis versus Tulsa. So let's clear up the standings together. See you at Mugshots. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles.
Welcome back. Ha! Didn't mute myself like I thought I was going to do. Welcome back to the Daily Grind, everybody, where we are proudly presented by our sponsors. We have Grade A Pest Services. You saw them there. We got a winter storm coming in, y'all. Like, it's going to be cold. All the critters are going to try to get in. Call Grade A Pest Services. They will kick them out. Also, it's cold outside. I don't know if you have a car that doesn't have working heat, but I know a lot of people like to drive beaters with like no air, no heat. You got to get your heat fixed, y'all. It's going to be cold. If you don't want to get your heat fixed,
18 degrees this morning. You got to get that thing fixed.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Get it fixed or get your new vehicle. Go to Carway. Get your Pink Beetle. You know, they will.
You know how many Pink Beetles I've seen in the last week now that we're talking about them? Like multiple. Like any crooked number is wild. And I've seen multiple Pink Beetles in Memphis.
It's awesome. So that's a sign to go get one. Everybody go down to Carway Automotive Group, get you a Pink Beetle. We are also sponsored. You saw them in the commercial. Mugshots Grill and Bar. Tomorrow, Tigers Live after the Memphis, was it Rice? If I'm not Memphis Rice game.
It's Temple, and it's a big game in the American Conference. This could flip the conference. This is a big pivotal game for the Tigers. I think if you go win this one, you've got a real shot to be in the driver's seat. And Memphis and Penny especially needs this. They've been struggling a little bit. This is a big game for the Tigers tomorrow night.
Yep. So
tomorrow night.
Go to Mugshots, support the Tigers, support them. We are also sponsored by Grind City Brewing, which get up on the screen. There we go. Look, y'all, we have watch parties, a plethora of them coming up at Grind City Brewing. First, on the 30th of this month at 6:30 p.m. at the New Orleans, we will be playing New Orleans. Go check it out. Then in February, we have two for you, the 21st and the 27th against the Heat and the Mavericks, 7 and 7:30. And then in March, the 13th at the Pistons, we will be showing that at 6:30. We're going to have this schedule like ready. It'll be on all our socials. Grind City Brewing, it'll be there. So we will be pushing this, y'all. I'm going to do my best to be at the first one this month. It's a Friday night. I think I can pop down there after work. It's going to be sick. But yeah, support them. And like I said, if you didn't get this right now, it will be all over. So stay tuned. We love these guys. They're great. So, support them. Support your Memphis guys. Get you a local beer. They're great.
They got a lot of fun stuff going on. On the 30th, they've got an event going on site. Details they'll be posting about. So it'll be a fun little parlay to kind of those to go together. Should be a great day at Grind City Brewing. We're gonna work on getting some food there. They got a lot of music coming up. Great beers, great views. We're gonna be doing our post game bounce live from Grind City Brewing. I'll be doing some stuff during the game, before the game, but y'all come hang out. Y'all know we throw a great party. Come watch the Grizzlies with us. And hey, John Morant's the mayor of New Orleans. He owns that city, owns that arena. He puts them in the blender at the Smoothie King Center. Come watch John Morant dominate the Pelicans.
I'll be there, and I will not be square, so you should be there. Wait, yes, that's what the saying is. Yeah. I don't know. Ignore me. And last but not least, we're sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook, y'all. They're at the bottom of your screen. We're going to be heading over there here in a second. But first, we do need to look at some NBA All-Star results because the voting was announced. And, I mean, it seems like the biggest thing that people are talking about is there's no LeBron James here. The final fan results were announced. And, well, let's look at the starters first. I guess the starters for the West are as follows. The Joker, Luka, Shea, Stephen Curry, and Victor Wembanyama got the final starting spot over Anthony Edwards, even though they had the exact same weighted score. The other guys that received votes were Denny Avdia, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard. In the East, you have Giannis, Cade, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson, and Jaylen Brown. Those are the starters. Donovan Mitchell, Cat, Jalen Johnson, Michael Porter Jr., and B.I. were the other guys receiving votes. What jumped out to you here? Was there anybody in the final fan result returns that, no Grizzlies notably, and I call me weird, but I vote for these if I think you deserve it. Mm-hmm. I'm not just going to go on and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to vote all my Grizzlies. If you're not playing on an all-star level, I'm not going to do that. I got other shit to do in my day, pardon my language. But unless it's Cam Spencer, I did vote for Cam Spencer every day. But what jumped out here? Anything? There were guys. I'm glad Cade's starting. I'm glad Tyrese Maxey's starting. Like, there's guys that I'm really excited to see here.
It's interesting to see who voted who what. So, like, the players voted Cade number one. And Nikola Jokic, number one. The media voted Shea and Jaylen Brown, of all people.
Really weird.
And then the fan rank was Luka Doncic, number one, and Giannis was the number one fan.
So
it's interesting to see that. That's what ultimately had Victor over Wembanyama over Ant, because they went by the fan rank, and Wemby was 6, Ant was 7. But yeah, to me, and it's the right call. For the first time in 21 years, since 2005 was what started the streak. LeBron James is not an NBA All-Star starter, and he has not played like one. He's having his own little mini goodbye retirement tour, though that's not what this is. That will be next year with all the pomp and circumstance and all that. But he just hasn't been good this year, and so RIP LeBron streak, the longest in NBA history, 21 consecutive starts ends. So that was surprising but refreshing at the same time, simply because he's just not been worthy to me of an all-star starter.
Do you think so? Okay, I completely agree with you, but do you think that there will be some kind of chicanery where the NBA or Adam Silver somehow gets LeBron in the starter position? Like if God, I would hate if he doesn't. Who would have to? If Luke,
I don't think so. He's just so far down, right? Because Avdia and KD are ahead of him. There'd have to be some true chicanery, which I think would probably happen next year in his final NBA season. Should it be next year, as it should be? That would probably be when that happens. It could.
Yeah.
But I do like LeBron not starting, and Kenny
thinks he should.
Man, listen, man, that's not my GOAT. A, B, okay, name recognition gets you a starter. Go watch some of the film, man. Dude's not playing defense anymore. Checked out. I don't think he's worth, based on play and effort this year, a starting role. And they're right. Jaylen Brown has been balling out for the Celtics. He's carrying that team without Jason Tatum. Really having a good year this year. It was just interesting that that's who the media voted number one, when Cade and some of those other guys have been playing so well.
Yeah, and I like to look at the player votes. I don't know. I think that's pretty. I like that measuring stick, and the fact that Cade was number one, I thought was awesome. And even that Jaylen Brown is third, it's still they still gave Jalen his flowers.
They see it.
They see it. And we'll see. There's some guys that aren't starting, like Anthony Edwards, like Kevin Durant, who were listed, who some of these guys take these snubs seriously, and some of these guys might ball out tonight, which leads us to our next segment presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. It's time for our daily dose of It's a Trap. Name of the game. It's a trap, like you said. Named after Admiral Akbar, our guy, RIP. Sponsored by FanDuel. I will give you 3 bets. 2 of them are ripped directly from FanDuel Sportsbook. One of them is not. You can tell me which one's a trap. Today's topic of conversation: to score 25 plus points, 25 plus tonight.
25 plus. Okay.
Yep. Tonight.
I'm pulling up the schedule to see who's playing who.
The schedule. Okay.
Just FYI.
No, do it. I should have had that for you. I dropped the ball. All right. Which one of these is a trap? Is it? I can read my notes. Is it Kevin Durant minus 350 to go for 25 or more? Is it Devin Booker minus 120 to go for 25 or more? Or is it Alperen Sengun plus 210 to go for 25 or more?
So I feel like my gut tells me Alfred Şengün, but that could also be in there to kind of like mess with my mind a little bit, because I feel like Book against the Philly, like Book's been on a heater. He can go for 30, 35 fairly easily. KD, same thing. He's kind of been the scoring option for Houston lately. Well, trust my gut. Alfred Şengün. It's a trap.
Wrongo.
Oh man, I was on a winning streak too.
I know. I got you though. So I don't feel bad about this. So here are the odds. So Devin Booker and Şengün's odds are actually right. I don't really understand this. He is. They expect him to more go for 20. 25, I think, is a little tricky for him. D-Book, they think that's right. Anthony Edwards has those minus 350. 350. They had Kevin Durant favored, but they don't think. I mean, it's interesting that we're at the point in the league where Vegas is like, look, Anthony Edwards is the professional scorer now. It's no longer Kevin Durant. I don't know. Who do the Timberwolves play? I think the Timberwolves play the Jazz, if I'm not mistaken. I think Jazz. that has something to. That's the big reason. I knew that I could get you with that.
Well done.
I got you, but that's okay.
You did.
Look, before we get out of here, it's time for one of our favorite segments, because it's Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we tube. What does that mean? It means we talk about what we're watching on the telly, what are we watching on TV. I can go first. I watched an awesome movie this weekend. I don't know if you're familiar with the Knives Out movies, but I love them.
Love them.
I think we've talked about
I haven't seen the newest one yet, though.
Man, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. It's much more like, it's weird to say like spiritual, but like it ended and I was like, it was really moving in a way that I wasn't expecting. It felt more, there was a lot more about like the relationships between Benoit Blanc and the main character than there was about the mystery itself, which I really, really, I wasn't expecting to be affected by it as I was. And the mystery is great. It's also funny, but this one had a nice little layer of like sentimental butter on it. I don't know how I feel about that. How about you? What are you watching, brother?
I do want to watch that because the first two were great. I do enjoy those movies. Daniel Craig's in his bag in those movies. I think he's great. He's hilarious. Definitely need to watch that. Maggie and I are in the throes of a rewatch for me, anew of Her for Parks and Rec.
Where you at? Where you guys
at? So we just watched a filler episode last night. I wasn't get the telethon for diabetes where Detlef Shrimp is in the episode and Tom takes Detlef Shrimp out to the Snake-Hole Lounge and he gets super drunk and they're super late and Mark Brandanowitz is going to propose to Ann, but I know. And so Maggie's like, so this kid's like, she kept talking about how bad he is and I let the cat out of the bag. I'm like, he's not around very long. So she's like, oh, this is how he leaves. And so it was just a filler episode. It was fine, but we're almost done with season 2. The next episode that we're going to watch is the first appearance of Ben Wyatt and Chris Traeger.
And the show's about to get its legs. Oh my God. Chris Traeger.
And Perkins.
Ian Perkins.
I love Chris Traeger. Ben Wyatt. Oh, so like it's about to get so good.
Yep. What? Wayno.
Buddy.
Wayno.
It's so good. Like Maggie's not the biggest Chris Pratt fan, but Andy Dwyer, I think, is one of her favorite characters. He's objectively hilarious. It's his evolution too, especially because like right now he's kind of doughy and looks like Andy Dwyer. Later in the show is when he's filming Jurassic Park and Galaxy. He's all buff, so they have to dress him even frumpier to make him look like frumpy when he's actually like yoked for those movies. Chris Pratt's great. Aubrey Plaza is amazing as April Ludgate. Ron Swanson is my hero who I aspire to be, even though I am more like Andy Dwyer, minus the living in the pit thing. Just hilarious. Just great show. Very endearing characters. It's so good.
He loses all that weight and he goes, so you just stopped drinking beer? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, how much beer were you drinking? He goes, yeah. It's so good. It's so good. What? Oh my God, Kenny, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing?
Wiping a marker is an epic quote. go look up, if nothing else, look up some of the bloopers, the comeback story. Like there's so many great bloopers with Andy Dwyer, Chris Pratt. I won't spoil it. Go watch it.
Yep.
Great show. Y'all got to watch it, man. The Office is my favorite television show of all time. And they kind of set the mold for the mockumentary. Still my favorite show, but Parks and Rec perfected it, especially in season 3 and 4, which are coming up for me and Maggie.
Yep. You see, whereas The Office is different. I didn't mean to go on this. We're going to end after this tangent, guys.
Come on.
Whereas The Office like starts out super, super high and dips right before the end. It's just not great those last couple seasons before the ending. You have Parks and Rec where it's like the first little bit is awful, and then it's just kind of good. It's good.
Yeah.
Like they trim the fat off pretty quickly in Parks and Rec.
Except
I love
it is the worst finale I've ever seen of any sitcom. I hated the finale. Like the final episode, it's just weird. Like it's fine. The season is good, but the final episode is like.
I made a big deal about the finale, and I like cooked myself all. I had so many bacon, so many eggs, so many pancakes. I had scotch. I made like a big deal out of it, and I was fat and a little tipsy, and I was just like, wait, I don't like this. I was it's just not good.
Yeah, agreed. But the best quote, the best line, I quote this all the time. Anytime somebody around me is sad or having a tough day, I'm like, not a sadness in this world. It can't be cured by breakfast food. Shout out Ron Swanson. But I do have a request for you, Luke. I do have something. I meant to say this yesterday, and I thought of it after the air. I need you to do me a favor today. Okay. At one point today, while you're at work and you're cobbling your shoes, I need you to be working and look off at a pretend camera and go, it's cobbling time. Shout out to the Fantastic Four. At some point, you got to do it, man. At one point, it's cobbling time. Come on.
I've done. I'll record it too. I'll
do it.
Yep.
It's got to be Jim from the office too. Like looking off at the camera and go, it's cobbling time. Put it in the group chat. Let's go.
You got it. Oh, it's going to happen. That's going to do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the comments. Even though you guys haven't watched Parks and Rec, get to it. It's good. We're going to have a full slate of shows today, y'all. So make sure you keep your eyes and ears open all day. We'll have $2. We'll have the Anthony Sane Show. We will have Tigers Live tomorrow. We've got the No Bluffing podcast was last night. Those boys were popping. We've got
Chris was in his bag last night. It was good.
Yep. On Beat with BCM. Tigers Untapped. On the Bluff. We got so many, y'all. We'll be having another post-game bounce tomorrow. We'll have a game tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Grade A Pest Services. Thank you to Carway Automotive Group. Thank you to Grind City Brewing. Thank you to Mugshots Grill and Bar. And last but not least, thank you to FanDuel. And if we can leave you with anything at all today, remember 2 things. 1, be a little weird. And 2, remember to smile. Yeah. Bye, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.